Hey guys, Charlie here. Welcome back to Island Bound. I'm moving the holding cell to be up here. That's just to prevent like this whole, hey, I'm in my bed and then I can make an easy escape when this door opens thing. I want to get rid of that possibility. So we're just going to move it over here. It's pretty easy. I set up the template and then I'm just going to shift these over there. And then once those are shifted, I can just, bring the water pipes down and connect it all up. They're all going to be in the same canteen and everything there, so that's good. I'm considering... Oh, actually, before we consider anything, how about we get our patrols done? So what we want to do is just get a blue patrol. I'm going to put one right... actually, let's put one here. Let's put one here. And we'll put one, like, right here. And all we got to do is assign guards. 1, 2, 3. Grant is completed. I'll keep them there. That's not a bad layout for it. Grants... Take a look at prison maintenance. I pretty much have all of these guys now, so let's go ahead and do that. All I have to do is hire a gardener. Done. And then we need governmental safety ratings, prisoner acclimatization, and engagement. That has to do with working. I'm not entirely into that just yet. Short-term investment should be getting close to done, isn't it? 36 more hours. Darn it. All right, reform through education. Definitely not doing that yet. Maybe cell block B? Maybe cell block B. Let's take a look at cell blocks and where we want them to be. I don't think I want cells to be too far away from the canteen. And I'm thinking this whole thing is eventually going to be one big canteen. So in order to get the visitation one done, I have to build a common room. So let's look at that one first. The common room... I think we can have that be maybe right here. Although I was hoping to get it here. And you can see that the fences are going right up to the water line. I'm not sure if there's any way to actually wall off through the water line. Because, I mean, they can swim across this fence. And that creates a bit of a problem. So I think what I should do, just to be safe about this, is have this fence come on up. Come on over. Come on down. And just close this off like that entirely. We can then go ahead and demolish this. And once all that's done and this is actually closed, I'll go ahead and basically get rid of this fence because there's no reason to keep that like that anymore. Also, what are you doing out here? Search that guy. He might have got something. His name is Kim Jong Digiwolf Un. Don't mess with this thug. He will nuke you. Whatever you say. The prisoners that people from the prison architect community, other players and stuff, the stuff that they come up with is I just like reading them, you know. Let's get the walls demolished here, here, and here. There we go. And we can open this up now too. So all of this opened now. I gotta be wondering whether or not they're gonna try to swim through here. But they're not gonna make it, right? I mean, that's a long way, man. I don't think you can swim that. I added some mooring bollards over here, like this. And you know what? Like, this looks a little weird. Let's get a dock at least on that one, and maybe all up through there like that. That's fine too. But I'm not entirely sure, guys, to be honest, on how to stop them from just, you know, running through here and going up the dock and swimming away. But I will say that since this is... Oh, there's no toilet. Right. Holding cell. Done. This should be fine now. There it goes. So I want to remove this. No longer a room. And then they will go to this holding cell instead. We can then tear all these things down and turn it into something else. Like an extension to the kitchen. Like an extension to the canteen. Or, funny enough, we could even turn it into a security office. It's actually about the right size. It's actually about the right positioning. And it will put influence on the canteen to keep them safe. Although ideally, I would have liked it maybe to have been here. That way it could have put a little bit of pressure on the yard for suppression. But we have tools at our disposal to put suppression on the yard, like the PA system, for example. We have ways of doing that, and I don't think it's too big of a deal. Maybe even an armory or something there too. Possibly the first classroom. Start getting guards with body armor and stuff. Speaking of which, we should get the armory research going. So let's do that. And I'm thinking we actually haven't researched bank loan yet. That's interesting, because I've been pretty close to out of money this whole time, and I haven't researched that yet. Cool. All right, common room, right? Common room. Where are we putting this? Quick little bit of planning here. I'm kind of thinking the cell blocks are going to be individualized still. I like the idea of doing that this time around, instead of having them all merged together. So I'll probably do another cell block there. It's pretty small, but we're just going to kind of group them together. We're going to kind of do a mix, right? Instead of doing it like Prison Town, where every cell is outside, and doing it like the other ones where you have these big massive cell blocks, this time I'm going to do like little apartment complexes almost. And we'll keep like prisoners kind of in their own groups. They're not going to be exactly individualized cells out in the island, but they'll be smaller cell blocks this time, just to do it differently, right? That's the only reason. So going on that note, we'll probably go ahead and have another copy of this. This is 16 by 14, so let's do 16 by 14 like so. And you know what, just for the sake of pissing people off, Zach can't keep a straight face, we're gonna go like this. 16 by 14 like so. How do you like me now, folks? Oh, didn't you miss me? Did you miss me? Unsubs. Actually, I want to make sure this is the right size though. So it should be, let's say 10 by 14. Is that what it is? 9 by 14. Okay, so we do need to go for one more. So we'll go one more on this side, or yeah, you know what? Let's bring it on this side. That way we can keep this wall intact with the fence and stuff. Cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Now for the walls, I want this overgrown one. Or do we want nicer ones? Let's do the overgrown one this time, and then this one here can be like a little nicer. So maybe we'll just make a standard. I want these like design. I like these walls like this though, because it's very these overgrown walls. It's very island-like, you know. But I have so many brick walls already. We'll do this one brick, like that. Of course, we want to have the doors like so. Probably like right in the middle. Yeah, I do want these lined up because there's a functional reason for it, right? I don't care about the symmetry usually, but there's a functional reason for wanting that clearance. So I'm going to go 1, 2... And actually, this time the functional reason doesn't quite exist because these cells are going to be just a little bit nicer than the other ones. And we're going to have beachside property, so it's going to be really nice compared to the other ones. And then I think I am going to do my psych ward down here. It just seems like a really cool... It's a fish with it's a fish unicorn thing, okay? Do you see the fish? You gotta tell me you see the fish. I know I'm not gonna read this for like 3 weeks, but I don't know. I don't know how long. 2 weeks from now, I think, is when the actual release is for me, anyway. I'm recording these way in advance, so let's bring all the way over and then down for that to give it power. We're also gonna want to give this power. We'll go straight up the middle for this, and then bring that all the way over like that for now. And that gives us power all the way through this office as well, which is nice. What about programs? We're making a little bit of cash. We can probably afford to do something like workshop safety introduction, but we don't actually have a workshop. We should get a workshop, and then they get lifted out by a helicopter. Awesome. Awesome. Let's do it. The helicopter will be responsible for all of our... The helicopter is going to be responsible for all the exports. Or we'll have another helipad right here that will do that. But I want to use this one for it. This is a good one for it. I like this. I like this a lot. Let's get another bridge. Whoops. What I want to do is scroll down here. Let's get another bridge. We want footbridge right off the side all the way to there. Man, this doesn't look nearly as good when it's like straight on. It looks way better when it's slantways, huh? Like this looks wider than one tile, but really it is only one square. It's kind of wild. We're gonna build that footbridge there, and now we can do this like circle thing, which is nice. We're also gonna want to get the wooden decking. I'm gonna make it all the way kind of like this. Like that is nice. So this is like another sort of, well, it's another area like this, right? Except instead of ships coming in, it'll just sort of like be the staging area where we can put our exports and stuff, and then they can get carried to the chopper for export. I freaking love it. Logistics, transport. Yeah, so we are going to have outbound exports. Yeah, got it. And garbage. Maybe not garbage. Maybe we put our garbage on boats. I don't think that we should be using our helipad resources for garbage. I don't know how much it costs for helicopter trips and stuff, but I feel like it's expensive enough to bring a helicopter in that we shouldn't be using it for garbage. How about we use it right here? We'll put that there. And then this side will have a door. Like I don't want them running down this way. That's the thing. So I think I'll have to have them. Oh, you know what? I should have put these too wide apart, and they could have. You know what? Maybe it's okay. Maybe they'll just kind of come around. No, I really don't like this anymore. Hang on. I think this needs to change. I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna cancel this, and we're gonna shift it. So we're gonna shift the building brick to be at least. Let's say 3 wide. Yeah, it's going to be about here then. This is better because I'll be able to... Also, I don't want this door built, but if they have to build it, then so be it. This is better because the people who live in this cell block will be able to come down through here and get in. I like that. Stone, we're going to bring you like this. All the way up this stone pathing like that. Or the autosave will glitch me. There we go. And we'll also have that run all the way to here. And this will just connect all natural like. Beautiful. Of course, we have to eliminate that tree. Such is life. At least this tree is existing, at least for now. It won't exist soon, though, because we're going to also have a stone path be here. But I don't want this one to go away, so don't dismantle that one. You can have these two, just don't do that one, because I want some of those natural trees to stay. And then on this side, the cells are going to be, how big? 2, 3, wall. 2, 3, wall. Ooh. Okay, the cells are going to be like this instead. 1, 2, 3, wall. 1, 2, 3, wall. 1, 2, 3, wall. This is not made for this, was it? It was made for this pattern. But I can't do that. Well, I might be able to do that. 1, 2, 3, wall. 1, 2, 3, wall. Just have the entrance be here. And then I can also, then I can do this on this side. I can have these cells be on this side anyway. Right? 1, 2, 3, wall, wall, wall. And then wall, wall. Like that. And the entrance can be here. So all this space for just 5 people, though? That seems like a waste. I can get so much more results out of this by going another way. Let's go, go like this with it. 1, 2... 1, 2, 2, and... I'm wondering, what if I was to instead have solitary cells here instead? And then we'll go with maybe on this side we can go all the way long ways, so this can be the door. This is still too long on this side, though. This has to be extended then. I mean, whatever. We just extend the building. We use the overgrown walls, and we extend the building. We just say, hey, by the way, this goes over here now. No, whatever. Just extend the building. All right, good. I think, guys, we're off to a really great start. I might be a little bit biased, seeing as though it's my start, but I think we're off to a great start. And getting the cell blocks, getting our capacity to 50, it's going to be a little challenging with this being our arrangement. But again, I'm not going for the biggest prison. I'm going for some flair, right? I'm going for just a little bit of style, a little bit of uniqueness. That's it. Like, I don't need the biggest facilities. I've never been a guy who's like, I want the most prisoners possible in my prison. I just want it to be beautiful, and I want it to make a profit, and I want it to just to be interesting and and flow. And that's what I've got right now. Let's take dismantling all of this. Not you. Dismantle all of this. This is no longer going to be what it is. And then, ooh, hello. I think for the common room, I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put that. I think I'm going to pop it right here, and then the workshop's going right. Actually, this probably should be the workshop here. Common room could be up above that. Building brick. Let's see. No, not building brick. Let's do the planning tool first. So, assuming we have a dock right here and the bridge and stuff right here, if we do the workshop to like wrap around this water. A whole bunch of people could work here. And then we take this much space and maybe make it out a little bit more. Kind of like this. Just to, I don't know, spice it up. I want to offer a shop if I can to it, so. So we do something like this for the common room. Workshop, common room. You can have like a little courtyard here where they can, I don't know, sit outside and watch and listen to the birds. Something like that. Have a fence that maybe comes, yeah, I think from out this way. We just have to keep them locked down, right? That's the whole gig. Just got to keep them locked down. Oh, look at that. Okay, first off, I don't want grass for this one. I want dirt for this one. Did you guys see that? Hold on. If we go... Look at this. It's like it was meant to be. You know? It was just meant to be part of the lockdown. Right there. Alright, so with this not built yet, I need to actually go ahead and demolish this, and the workmen can get on this too. So there's a lot of stuff to build here. I'm going to let this play out for just a second. Let them kind of build things out, and then we'll come back. All right, so they've basically built everything now, and they're dropping in the template for this cell. Now, these cells are going to be a little bit higher quality, right? So we are going to utilize the clear for transfer stuff as well, but these cells are going to be a little higher quality. So you've got the lower quality ones here with the old beds and the shower on the outside of the cell, so it doesn't add value to the cell. We're going to have these ones over here, pretty much the same thing. See how it's an overgrown wall? The overgrown wall gives a negative to cell quality, but I am still using it for the workshop as well as for the common room and eventually the store that goes with the common room. I'm going to use that for both of these things because I just like how it's like this, it's island and there's these derelict buildings. I like the idea of that, but I also am acknowledging that, you know, this is a newly formed corporation. We have new construction going on to establish the island. And so it gets getting this feel like some structures are really old and ancient and we're going to utilize those existing ones for some things, but then other structures are nicer, newer establishments, and those will be for the nicer, newer, better behaved prisoners. So with these cells, we're going to do just a little bit different. And the cell combination is pretty standard, what you guys are used to here anyway. I'm going to use the standard bed, and we're going to put it there. We're going to use the standard toilet, and you guessed it, we're going to put the drain down and put the shower down. There we go. So we're going to have the toilet, shower, drain combination. Very, very nice. I think it's very nice anyway. And we're going to put in the wall lights as well. Okay, so once this cell is done, we'll go ahead and then just copy that all the way up and down on this side. And I'm going to put some benches or something for like common room areas and stuff on there, possibly. Now, we need to build the common room before we run out of money. We're at 22 grand. That's not bad. We're also going to get another 16 grand coming in as soon as our short-term investment pays off, so that's nice. But nevertheless, we do want to put in a common room of some kind. So let's go ahead and at least label it as common room. Right there, out of work. So go ahead and get the overgrown walls. I don't think the overgrown wall is good for an interior wall. It should be only used for exterior walls, in my opinion. So in that sense, I'm going to actually go ahead and get the derelict wall instead. Just to see what it looks like. I feel like, and I can't see it real well in the coloring, but I feel like the overgrown wall is mostly a derelict wall with vegetation growing on it. So as you can see with this, it's kind of like meh. This old structure. Maybe we'll say that we've done some renovations on these things to just sort of, I don't know, it's we could argue that we've done a little bit of renovations on the inside to bring, you know, some parts of the building up to others. And honestly, we're gonna have a store, a shop front right there anyway. So yeah, whatever. Let's go ahead and put the doors in for the shop. That's gonna be on that side, I guess. No, we want to put something there. Let's put that there. All right, so shop is gonna be here. Common room is here. In the common room, we don't want it to be too fancy, but I am going to give them some good stuff. So I'll give you guys table tennis in the back, for example. I'll give you a television right here. And I'll also give you guys some chairs to go with that television. And then, improving common rooms grading. Let's give a painting right here. And then how about we get the metal detector on that side? Very nice. Actually, you know, let's try this. And again, this is mostly, we're gonna fence this area in, and when they're fenced in, they're gonna have to enter the fenced in area through a, where in the world is it? Where in the world is it? Why can I not find anything in there anymore? You guys added so many things to the game. I can't find things anymore. Also, did I see a life preserver? Life ring, yeah. Give dock areas a classic feature. I want the life preservers as well. I'm wondering if with those prisoners, they jump off the dock like that. Am I going to be able to use these life preservers to save them? Why don't we give life preservers on the edge there? That's pretty cool. And then we could do another one on the edge here as well, just in case. Right? Want another one over here, perhaps, just in case. These are just those just in case sorts of things. Then I think we're gonna do these, just a couple of those right there, like that. And then we're gonna have exports kind of over here or over here, I don't know, but we're gonna have this helicopter taking the exports out. It's gonna be nice. Okay, so we could start the workshop, but we don't have a grant for it yet, so we're just gonna keep it in mind. That's where it's gonna go. But primarily, we're setting up the common room. That's the thing we're really trying to get to. And it looks to me like they want a pool table, not a table tennis. So why don't we swap that out? Although I'm pretty sure I already paid for it, and we'll put the pool table in instead. We need at least 2 televisions and at least 5 phone booths. I'm not going to keep the 2 televisions. I think that's a silly requirement. But I am going to put one there just for the sake of the grant. And then the phone booths, we can accommodate that. But we're going to do that over here in the yard. I have expanded the yard as well, as you may notice. I have just opened it up. It used to be here. I went ahead and opened it up a little bit like this, just to kind of give it a feel. But I also wanted to see if I had room for another building right here. And I think this is where I'm going to want my guard tower and stuff to be, just to like put the suppression on in this area. So I might do that. And then secure. Uh-oh. What happened? You need to figure out what's going on there. Poor guy got ran over by a boat. It just says dead. It doesn't tell me how specifically he died. I assume he died by drowning. But I don't know. I'm also struggling to try to really know how to lock this whole area down. It's possible we need to build more inland and then just sort of maybe really isolate it off with the fences and stuff. Actually, well, I mean, I know I'm going to do this. We're going to dismantle this. And then from reception, I want them to come through here. So maybe this is how we do this. Let's try a fence. Let's try a fence right here. I don't want to mess up this open area though. We'll do it in here. This is better. We'll do it in here. So let's say we go something like this. Leave that. No, leave this. Just repair it instead. And we're going to bring in the double door here. So this is like a more closed area, although it's really not any different than this one is. This could be storage. It's a pretty big storage room, but I mean, we could use it as storage. Why don't we mark it as storage for now, since it's actually pretty easy to do that. And our staff can all put things in storage like that. All right, so the idea hopefully here is that this will be staff only, right? And then obviously I want all of this staff only too, but I like how the whole map is going to light up every time you go into deployment. Oh, I wish they'd change that. You guys got to know that's happening, folks. That sucks. It does give me an idea, though, where prisoners can go, right? So you see, they can swim all the way out to here, but then they get to here and they drown, which is a little strange. I wonder if there's anything I can do to prevent them from doing that to themselves. You know? I don't know. Ooh, I'm seeing these green lights and red lights. And it says they look great with a helipad area. I bet you they do. We'll say green on this side. And red on this side. I bet that'll look cool. Possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Bringing it down. Yeah. Now we're going to need to have some sort of... I think we'll have a storage area here. Like a place where workmen can hang out, right? I'm going to need something like that. Why don't we build a quick building kind of like right here? And we'll put storage here as well. Like sort of like a workman's hut sort of thing. So like they're really close to the docks and stuff. And then we got the funds. Grants complete. It is indeed. Governmental safety ratings. I just need 2 dog handlers and 2 armed guards on patrol. Oh, you know what we should do is criminally insane wing. Because, you notice this thing's flashing at the top. That's because one of my prisoners went nutso already. So one of them is a white shirt now. And that's unfortunate, to say the least. So I might need to get started on that. This guy's exhausted. That's my staff morale. Pretty good. So I might want to get started on that just for that sake. And if we can get consultations, right? If we can get appointments going, then we can slowly start opening up new things as people expand in the future that way. I really want to get workshop safety introduction going, though. Because the faster we get the workshop going, the better. Speaking of which, we're going to need like a forestry, too, for this. I'm not sure where to make that. Maybe here. It's really small. We could put it back here. But I want cells back there. Let's put it here. Where is it? Of course. F. Forestry, it's yellow. Why wouldn't you? I'm looking for a green because trees are green. There's just no sense or logic to the coloring and order of these rooms. It's like they just threw them in there. Yes, you can sort it, by the way, if you're wondering. You're like, how come they did it that way? You can sort it. You can click this little button down here in the bottom left. You can click this and just, you know. But I just keep it default all the time because I don't know. I guess I find it more difficult actually to get it when it's alphabetical order because I don't use the armory very much. I use cells a lot, and if you do it like this, then it puts cells at the top, and yeah. Anyway, forestry is what we want. I think for the time being, we're gonna have the forestry be right about here, and then they can bring stuff through this door into the workshop. So we'll also have another staff door on the wall there. Okay. Now we need to, of course, protect ourselves against... Actually, I like this idea. Why don't we join all of these areas together? We'll stagger it just because I want to keep this open. Whatever. We're gonna... whatever. Just give me this. We'll make this whole thing fenced in. And that way they have to walk through the other metal detector as well. We're just kind of double, triple dip on these. Let's get our power line running all the way out this way. And then we'll have 2 more metal detectors here. So we'll run that up like this. So metal detectors on the outside of that. So they'll have to run through these 2. And then they also have to run through that one. And this is all locked down with this area, but there is this little area here. So we'll just make sure that that's fenced off as well, so that prisoners can't get back in this area. And we could actually make this a forestry as well. There's nothing like stopping me from doing that, I guess. We don't want to be that close though. This will be better. There we go. All right, and then the final thing to do on this side is to just take out that wall. And once all that stuff is done and the power is hooked up, being a power hookup, there we go. Now coming into this area, this is our workshop, right? Coming into here, what we're gonna want is the power is gonna go down and then into the room, and then we'll be wherever we want. And then that way, we're gonna have this power switch on the wall there. I always employ a power switch in my workshops because the equipment takes a lot of power. And if you are all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I'm over my power limit, you can shut down this with a simple switch. You can shut down that room. And it's all good. You can also schedule the power if you'd like. So you can disable power, for example, in the kitchen for the hour that the workshop's in going on. And then as soon as the workshop is out of session, you can shut the power off in the workshop and turn it back on in the kitchen so that the staff can cook things. That's one thing you can do as well. There's lots of different ways to play around power distribution in Prison Architect, if you're creative enough. Or if you're like me usually and you just have tons of money anyway and you're just like, I don't care about these tiny little details. I don't care about this min-max crap. If you're like me and you do that, then it's just nice to be able to shut it off if you, like, your power goes up and you're like, oh no, what happened? And you can shut this off, turn it back on, all the rest of your facilities stay good, and it gives you time to, like, move things around, and then you can flip it back on. So it's easy stuff like that. Look at this helipad with the green and red lights. You know, to be honest though, I kind of want it to just be one color. I don't think the green and red lights really work for me, actually. So on that note, where in the world? Here, dismantle this and this. On that note, I am going to get 2 more red lights, and we're going to have this be a red helipad instead. There we go. And then the next helipad we build will have green lights, and that one will be awesome. I'm actually pretty tempted to make this the exports. Have the helicopter land right here. Pick up the exports and run away. We're gonna have this one delivering goods still. We actually don't have a deliveries area. This needs an entrance. Let's go like that. So if I was making this exports, right. There it is. If I was making this area exports, let's say. Then, of course, the staff are all going to grab, you know, exportable goods from this area and bring them down and give them to the helicopter. And that's going to be... So we'll all deliver them to this area now. I'm going to want to have wall lights. And I have to have the walls completed before I can do that. On this side, I'm going to want wall lights pretty much everywhere. You want lots of light in your workshop. That's pretty good. With this being built, I'm going to change the room on this to storage. And that way, they are going to, hopefully, they'll congregate in here. The workmen, when they don't have anything to do, they'll hang out in here, like when they're tired, like this. And that way, when the helicopter comes and delivers, they're already fairly local and they can get in there and get it done. On this side, because this is where the exports and stuff go, we're gonna have a staff door on this side. Staff can come out. Nope, we're gonna do it here. Staff can come out and do the whole exports thing, deliver the exports. We'll extend the dock out this way because there's also water right here too, so that makes sense. There we go. And then I kind of want like I almost want like some props that I can use for like making it look like this is a fishing spot, right? Like people's fish here. But I don't think we have anything like that. So I'm gonna do as close as I can to it. And on that note, I want anything for beaches? Like a beach. This oak bench is pretty cool, actually. Put this bench right here. It's pretty cool. We'll do that. But like, what about? I guess we can always use the deck chairs. It's not really what I had in mind, but we'll have a deck chair there. And then, like, is there anything for... I'm just going to type FI, see if there's anything for fishing. It doesn't look like it. We have a fan. That's not bad, actually. A fan's pretty good. Coat stand. I don't think there was a need for coats, but if we were going to have one, we would have one in the staff room. So, yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and put this in the bathroom like this. They can pretend that the bathroom area is their coat closet. Storage is storage. And then we got $32,000. Our short-term investment has paid off. I think I'll go ahead and grab... let's get the criminally insane wing, and let's get the long-term investment. All right, so for the criminally insane, I'm going to do it down here. But I kind of want to plan it out a little bit, because this is sort of a unique plot, and I want to do something interesting with it. So I'm going to plan this off the video, and you guys come back for the next video. You'll be able to see like sort of the overall summary of what's going to happen there. And in the meantime, we're also going to get our workshop up and running. And that's not a grant yet, but it will be. And as soon as it becomes a grant, then you know, we'll get great credit for it. Let's just space these out a little bit. I'm actually tempted to stagger this. Yeah, let's do it. Like this, and then the workshop press can go there. And that's not very safe. Yeah, we're gonna make that bigger. And then what I'm hoping to do though right here is put a small table, a couple of small tables like right there. And then we do a big table down here. There's no room for a carpentry bench though. I will want a carpentry bench. At least one. We could probably do two actually. If I can get away with two like this. It doesn't look like they can actually reach. I want it to look like they can get back here, right? So we'll do it like this. So this leaves room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people to work here. And there's only a very small table. Technically, that's enough to satisfy the requirements for the room, but I am going to go ahead and put in a bigger table. I think here, and then a smaller table there, and then we'll put in tables along the edge like so. So it's a fairly crowded room, admittedly. It's pretty crowded. Workshop, W. Workshop, here we go. All the way like so. So this will be our workshop. Everything's gonna be okay. And our 3 prisoners are coming in now. Nope, sorry, we have 1 more hour in game, and then we'll have more prisoner intake. The storage closet is looking pretty messy, isn't it? It doesn't seem great. It doesn't seem like the best possible idea for this. I also feel like this is really dirty and we should have more janitors. I have no money! Oh, isn't that great? I don't even have enough. Well, hang on. All right, I was gonna say I don't even have enough for bank loan because I technically don't. But if I get the intake, let's just go up a couple more. If I get the intake, I can then immediately research bank loan. I like how there's a delay, right? You know, you're used to prison architect. You're using, as soon as this rolls over, you get credit for it. But now you have to wait for the boat to arrive. So you really got to like clear these things off. And when the boat leaves, then the prisoner boats can arrive. And then you get credit for it. There it is. Nope, that's the workshop saw. $3,000 for the workshop saw. What? Maybe I overpaid and then I took it back and now it's crediting for me. I don't know. I don't know, man. Either way, we want bank loans, so let's at least get that. And I probably will want dogs. Body armor would be good too. I want to work towards things that get me money though. So maybe prison. I honestly, like, yeah, dogs would get me money. Because I already have armory, which means I have armed guards. So I just need the dog routes now. So we'll go ahead and grab that too. Okay, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like the videos, please be sure to give them a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you have not already. Also, check out any of the other things going on the channel, including KSP and maybe a couple of new titles I got coming up. Although I probably already released them by the time you are watching this video. So in that case, you should check out the Mr. Prepper demo. And also, I think there's a game called Cartel Tycoon I'm supposed to get tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited about showing that one off too. Take it easy, guys. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.